Funny old thing, hype. Sometimes you're drooling over the JPEGs of the hot new toy for ages and months and ages and forever. And the day comes when you finally get it. And sometimes it's like, yeah! And sometimes it's like, no! And other times you go, So this little lady over here is what all the fuss is about. It's animated Arcee. She's a pretty little thing. Colour scheme's really simple. It's just hot pink and some white and some black. It works. The head on this baby is awesome. It's like some kind of high-speed astronaut helmet with a girl face. And it's just popped on a ball joint on the top of this long, slender neck so you can get a lot of poses out of it. The arms have got a ton of posability. I mean, the shoulder joint there is really smart. And the wrist swivels all the way up here so the forearms look awesome. But it's a bit of a joint explosion in there, and there's also these big flaps getting right in the way. And I don't know how long these thumbs are going to last on those girly little hands. And then we move down to the proud, glistening badge all over this suspiciously boobs-like polygon. The legs are nice and deep and eventful. I particularly like the utility belt. But the ankles are a right mess down here. Looks like she's lost a few layers of skin. So up close, a lot of the bits are slightly shoddy, but the big picture is much more than passable. I mean, she's in brilliant proportion, and being a girl, it's kind of fitting that she's slightly more slight than some of the other guys, but she just kind of feels too small. I mean, it's not hugely bad if you put her next to some of the littler ones, but check out how much of the height and bulk comes from this silly, obvious kibble. And then there's these things, which clip on there, so she's got kind of an angel thing going on. But, you know, no thanks. Really, that's just more ballast to compensate for her smallness. But I'm actually really fond of these blue Energon swords, all long and serrated with these Tron designs around the edges. They click away pretty nice too, and she looks like a proper badass with them. But I don't know where they came from. They're pretty inaccurate to the ones she used on the show. That is, no weapons. In fact, she didn't really do anything apart from slob around and get exploited by the brutish men bots with their head all split open with the wires. Why does that keep happening? Have we become so sadistic that we like to see pretty much the only girl getting continually lobotomized? Have we become so cruel? But my point is that the swords are cool. Transformation's pretty cool, actually. I like the way the legs work, and, you know, this is alright. It's a hot pink girly space car with great big hips. Pretty cool, right? Again, the wings are aggressively unnecessary, but in this mode I kinda dig it. Although obviously I prefer it without them. It just looks more like Arcee and less like Hot Rod. So again, it looks alright, but just don't look too close, because it starts to get ugly rather fast. Exhibit A has got to be the goddamn peekaboo hands back here. I mean, what? The face is right there, so it doesn't look any good from the top or the back. I'm not sure about this cockpit thing either, I just can't seem to get it lined up right. And the wheels, oh my god. I mean, yeah, they're smooth and round and they roll fabulously, but they just look so horrible and cheap. It's a shame how the inconsistencies are so much more of a bummer on this thing in car mode. I mean, she goes from a passable robot with a few rough edges into this very cute but shoddy space car with wrong bits everywhere. Maybe it's down to the hype, but I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed by Arcee. I mean, I'm not saying she's bad, she's certainly no Universe Ironhide. I guess I'm just a bit mad at Arcee because she didn't quite live up to the standard of the truly excellent Cybertron Ratchet, and I guess it's not Arcee's fault that I prefer him. It just shouldn't feel so unfinished. That's what I'm saying. And it's thanks once again to the Herculean efforts of the mighty tower of strength that is called Dennis. And relax.